Welcome back on Inside Tennessee. This Sunday morning, two of the most powerful leaders in our community, Kristi, the school board chair of Knox County, and Richie Beeler, the commission chair. Don Bosch?
Chairman Beeler, one of the things I want to talk about, of course, it's on everybody's minds, is the new ball stadium, the new ballpark and multi-use facility that's going in downtown. We have this long history in our community of good projects getting off the ground and then sort of sometimes grinding to a halt or becoming very controversial at the very end of the process. And I know we're not at the end of the process, but I'm curious to what you are hearing as a county commissioner and now the chair about the community's will to do this project. Is there still some opposition, little opposition, or quite a bit of opposition, or none, I hope?
Well, Don, I would say that it's probably little. There's always going to be some. But
Yes.
What I hear in the community, and certainly even in my district, which is in rural North Knox County and East Knox County, people want to see this stadium. They really do. They're excited about it. They want to see baseball come back to downtown Knoxville. And I really don't think this one's going to grind to a halt. I think this one's going to be seen through to the end. And I'm certainly committed to doing that because I've wanted this since the 90s. And I think this is an incredible opportunity that we don't need to miss.
So, Richie, if you could assess the taxpayer risk that Knox Countyans might take as a result of this project, is it low, medium, or high in terms of risk to the individual citizen and any effect it might have on their taxes or spending their tax money? Because I think there's a lot of mythology out there about that.
I agree with that. I think the risk is extremely low. I've had several sit-down meetings with the county finance director, talk with Mr. Mamontoff. I really believe right now there's not a better time than right now for the county to incur, or the city to incur, the sports authority to incur bonded debt. I mean, the bond rating is very high, money is cheap, and the risk to the taxpayers is virtually nil. You have a district, an area that's generating no tax revenue whatsoever, and this stadium is going to pay for itself, not only by the tax revenue it generates, but also by, I believe, economic development it's going to encourage. I think it's a piece of civic furniture that's going to enhance an already great place to live and encourage even more good development.
Commissioner, let's stay on that topic for a minute. Last week, the Sports Authority heard from a member of one of the local unions saying that it would be nice to have a community benefit agreement which would sort of, in writing, lay out specifics that Mr. Boyd and the development group would do, points that they would meet to the satisfaction of the community, just to ensure that things were going as planned. And I'm just curious your thoughts about something like that, or if you think Boyd is to be trusted just by his word.
Oh, I don't know that even Randy Boyd would say that he's to be trusted just by his word, although I don't think we could find a better partner for this. The amount of private sector dollars that are being committed in this area is pretty unprecedented, really, for Knoxville. No, I think bringing community leaders to the table is a great idea. What does and doesn't need to be put in writing, I'm not sure. I think that's a matter of negotiation. But I think Randy Boyd loves Knoxville and is going to make good on his word as much as is possible.
Chair Beeler, quickly on the timeline there, you would hope to get something, at least supporters did, by the end of the summer. It looks like we're moving into fall now. If you had to say when you will vote on this, when will that be?
John, I believe the most likely date will be our November meeting, which is a week early because of the Thanksgiving holiday. We'll be meeting on the 15th, and we hope to get something finalized by our November commission meeting. And I believe council is on a similar schedule. Susan?
Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit about redistricting, Commissioner. That's in your hands, or in, I assume, a portion of the commission's hands. Catch us up on that. What's your timetable? When do you have to have a plan in place? And do you expect any major changes?
Oh, wow. Yeah. I think in redistricting, where Knox County's grown over the past decade, and so redistricting is inevitable. There are going to be changes. The city its growth has been pretty well distributed. in the county, if you live in a precinct that borders another district, there's a possibility that you're going to move. And it's not something we want to do. It's something we have to do. And if we don't have it done by December 31st, then the comptroller is going to do it, and we're going to live with the results. So I told my fellow commissioners at the last committee meeting, all of us are probably going to lose precincts. All of us are probably going to gain a precinct or two. And nobody's going to leave the table 100% happy. But this is a mandate, and we have to do it. And yes, I do think there'll be some changes. I don't think there'll be major changes, but I would expect every district to change at least somewhat by the time the process is done, which we hope to have done in November as well.
We've got to take another quick break on Inside Tennessee. Susan, we'll let you continue that line of questioning. And Chair Kristi, we hope you had a deep breath for the second block, because they'll be back at you in block 3. We'll see you back here in moments.